software developed by him won the ACE CDC Best Software Award in 2007. He also won the Best Engineer from Telangana State ACCEI Award in 2025. Today we are indeed privileged to have him with us as part of our Oak Jubilee celebrations commemorating 80 glory years of excellence in civil engineering education. Now I request Engineer Prakash to deliver his talk.
Very good afternoon to all the delegates attending this symposium, my respected professors and principal and former vice chancellors who are present here. I am very glad to be associated with this event today. I passed out in '86 in civil engineering, and 40 years, half of this Oak Jubilee actually. So from all that, we are 3 people today here talking electrical and other department also. So I thought I'll share my learnings in this last 40 years with my alma mater today to benefit the vision of today's theme, that is recent trends in technical education. In fact, from this college, my entrepreneurial thoughts were sown actually. The college had student chapter of Institution of Engineers, wherein I was asked to make a presentation on some theme, and I studied one of the hostels where we are staying, and I gave a critical view of the planning of that hostel, and that has become my career now. I have become a consultant, planning, design, and the project management of the hostel. So I thought I must convey this message to all the students in our college that this is the best place where you can sow your seeds of future and you can grow to an entrepreneurship. And many people ask me whether they should do MBA for learning management to become an entrepreneur. And also some people ask me how to become an entrepreneur. I always say that if you have to ask these questions, you should not do that. You have to become an entrepreneur by yourself. Entrepreneurship is the nature of a person. I always say that there are 2 categories of people in this world. One is employees and the other is employers. So you have to become a personality of employing people. And in my case, I could not work under my bosses. I always criticized my bosses. Then I thought I am unfit to be an employee. So I have become an employee. Similarly, management. I learned management as I worked because that drives us to learn management. And the present new education policy helps people to pursue all this, definitely. It's a very good policy, giving you option to do major and minor degrees and pursue your passion. And anything that we do, it should be with our passion actually. So I have become a civil engineer with my passion, and thank God I got all the opportunities to work in various sectors. If you see my portfolio, I handled whatever I liked. We work in defense, we work in state government, we work in resident housing, like affordable housing for poor people. I work in irrigation, I work in bridges, transportation, I work in communication, I work in transmission, power transmission. So, being a civil engineer, it is the best opportunity for us to pursue our passion. And we have a lot of opportunities to do that. And today I'll quickly go through, I know I'm very ambitious to run through 150 slides in half an hour, but I'll try to do that. That's my, I always think that I can maintain attention of the audience by being quick and fast. So I do that. So entrepreneurship with innovation in a sustainable built environment as the driving for Viksit Bharat. So entrepreneurship, I talked about, and innovation is what is very much required. I will share some of the projects where we did that innovation in the live projects and we were successful. Oh, sorry. Okay. So my overview is the vision and foundation of the topic, and innovation in sustainable construction with environment, entrepreneurship with leadership, and business opportunities, and policies, project management, implementation roadmap for Viksit Bharat, and roadmap to Viksit Bharat, vision, action, and leadership. This is my overview. And Viksit Bharat, as we all know, by 2047, India will become 100 years age, and we have to work for every education institution, starting from education institutions to industry, to agriculture, everywhere we have to see that we will increase the growth rate. In fact, last year also I was here, I was mentioning that 30% year-on-year growth rate is what is required to achieve 30 trillion economy by 2047. So it's a big task actually. At present we are at 6% to 8% growth rate, and we have to work, and we all have responsibility to do that. And any growth, unless we do with the sustainable system, it cannot be maintained, the growth rate. So sustainable built environment, because I am a civil engineer, I talk about the built environment. And the green energy transition, in fact, Kakinada is hosting the first hydrogen fuel project with which I am also associated as a review consultant. Hydrogen, because they have chosen Kakinada because you can put the pipeline and export the hydrogen fuel. And smart urban development, we have seen smart cities last 10 years, digital transformation, skilled human capital, which is very NCDAK, the program. In fact, for graduates to pursue specialization in battery storage, energy storage, also we have courses actually in NCDAK. So skills, we have to develop the human capital, both at the working level to the senior level 1 to level 6. Level 6 we have this NCDAK courses for technical people to be trained. And global leadership is what we have to aim for achieving this. So high-speed transportation, we have seen the current budget also allocating maximum high-speed rail projects, and now Hyderabad to Vijayawada also is going to happen high-speed rail project for students and engineers to work on. This is a big opportunity. We have seen how many engineers are working on Bombay Ahmedabad high-speed rail projects. There are so many engineers associated with it in planning, design, project management, and construction. Affordable housing is another big opportunity. In fact, I myself right now doing about 5 million square feet of affordable housing in Mumbai and Hyderabad. And climate resilient infrastructure. This is another thing. Actually, I had the opportunity to work on hazard mitigation, Andhra Pradesh hazard mitigation and emergency cyclone recovery project for the entire combined state of Andhra Pradesh, where we studied on the transmission network and made it resilient. 96 after the blackout of 96 cyclone, Andhra Pradesh did not have blackout like that. So this is one of the reasons we made the network, power network resilient. And net zero development with the green concepts like we have IPC, LEED, and which have to be further developed, and there is a scope for research on this to exactly estimate the carbon positive and carbon negative aspects. And industrial corridors, I also had the opportunity to work on Delhi construction spend. That is the opportunity we have to look at and be innovative in delivering lean construction solutions. That's what I'm going to tell you. So property technology, construction technology, climate technology. These are the three new emerging areas where there is scope for a lot of innovation and the smart infrastructure and green construction. So innovation areas are performance-based design. We all know IS 456, revised IS 456 is based on performance-based design now. The concept has changed, and digital engineering, value engineering, and service-like design, which is not there in code actually. IS 456 with performance-based design will get the service, residual service-like design for the construction. So these are all the areas for innovation. And the prefabrication, mechanization in construction, modular construction, which we are already working in India, like 3D volumetric precast is the modular construction. We are seeing China is building in 26 days 40-story building and all. It is all possible with modular. And Mohali in India also we have done in 48 hours. We have done 10-story building. That is also 3D modular prefabricated construction. 3D printing, we are seeing now it is fast emerging. Somebody asked 3D printing, does it mean that we are going to do printing at the site? No, actually with 3D printing we can generate the components, elements, structural elements which can be installed quickly like a 3D modular construction. And robotics and automation. Self-healing concrete, I have been coming across for last 12 years on the self-healing concrete. We have to, if a human body can repair its bone when it fractures, why not concrete? So the same concept is emerging. Geopolymer concrete, which is with less carbon emission and low carbon cement. GFRC cost, we are already using glass fiber reinforced composite steel, which is not steel reinforced. Actually, we are using in project for foundation. Very advantageous for the foundation. And recycled aggregates. A lot of research papers are there in recycled aggregates. Artificial intelligence, it is now everyday affair. I myself use this for a lot of solutions for my clients. Meta or Cloud are very advantageous. At least in spending time, I don't know how many of you are aware, some 40 years back, if you have to do PhD or MS, you have to do research literature survey. We used to spend 6 months, and now probably within 6 hours you can do this literature survey thanks to artificial intelligence. And the building information modeling, which I have been using for the last 13 years, digital twins and Internet of Things is very advantageous for civil engineering, particularly for monitoring the foundation performance, structural performance with the IoT. And we have developed a guided student on concrete mix design using fuzzy logic and artificial intelligence actually. So you can predict the concrete cube strength even before testing with the materials that we are using. So Internet of Things and artificial intelligence are going to change the whole way we do civil engineering actually, whether it is construction, research or development projects. So this is the smart construction technology with the AI, BIM, robotics and drones. Drones we have been using already for monitoring the construction. I don't know if you have come across use of virtual reality, augmented reality. I spend one day to make one site visit now to inspection. With augmented reality, sitting in my office, I can visit 6 sites. This is the advantage that we have in construction, use of augmented reality. And with virtual reality, we all know, and augmented reality, we can make our people feel the construction plan with interiors and exterior. In fact, we are doing that in projects really, in real time. It saves a lot of time and, most of the construction projects we suffer because of the changes when we do the construction. When some ministers sometimes design of the secretariats and all. When they visit the site, they will realize it's not good. The feel, so with the augmented reality, they can feel that reality. So that's how we can avoid a lot of changes during construction. So that is the advantage of this technology. And robotics will be adopted, and with the drone survey, we are already doing surveys and even inspection using drones, construction site. And growth drivers are rapid urbanization that is happening, industrial expansion, logistics improvement, renewable energy, and digital economy. Digital economy, again, India is leading actually in digital economy, and it helps in construction also. And the major national initiatives that are happening now is Viksit, Bharat, Smart Cities Mission, Amrit project, and National Infrastructure Pipeline. So these are all the major investments. And we all know, like highways, NHA has become self-sustained already. If you know, the NHA is spending 2 lakh crores on highways, and it earns 2 lakh crores. So it has become a sustained model. Every year they will keep expanding the highways. So like that, we have to achieve that self-sustained model in all these infrastructure projects. And roads and highways, airports, we all moved on. Is again another successful model where we have added almost 120 airports in the last 10 years in our country, and another 150 are going to happen. So this is an opportunity for innovation and the delivery of the projects. Metro rail, also India has added maximum metro rail network and renewable energy parks, and India has already crossed the United States in number of kilometers of roads. We are the largest now, above US actually. And industry corridors, we know now Bangalore, Chennai, and Nehru to Srikakulam industry corridors are going to happen. And there will be a lot of construction and innovation requirement for delivery of these projects. Urban development, high-speed rail. But the challenges are climate change, because I don't know, last 20-30 years, we have been designing structures. You know, IS 875 gives maximum wind speed of 55 meters per second. But we have seen Orissa cyclone and Hudhud in Vizag, where it has crossed. So now, in most of the design briefs, we do survival apart from serviceability. So we are designing the structures for survival wind speed of 300 kilometers per hour, whereas the serviceability wind speed is 120 kilometers per hour. Like that, we are designing the structure. So climate change and flooding, rainfall, we have seen Maharashtra recently 330 millimeters of rain in 6 hours. That causes flooding. So we have to take into account all these changes that are happening, and we have to keep our design basis based on this climate change. So, and resilience, we have to build resilience into our design. Project delays are happening because of this, so many factors. I'll share some of my projects where we delivered the projects in time. So delay should not, the Planning Commission in its report, 12th Planning Commission report, they have identified that the average project delivery time in our country is 5 years. That is not 1 year or 2 years. It is 5 years. And the project cost escalation, the average project cost escalation is 60%. But it is possible, we engineers, if we are committed, if we are empowered to do, we can deliver in time within the cost. I'll share that example and conclude my talk today. So there are many opportunities, pillars of sustainability, carbon reduction and renewable energy, water conservation, biodiversity protection, and cost optimization, which is we learn in college. Optimization. Optimization is nothing but giving the most optimum structural system. Productivity and innovation. Health and safety, inclusive development, community well-being, social. In fact, civil engineering particularly, we have to be social conscious. If we can identify the problems of humanity in living, making their life comfortable living, then we can come up with the solutions to solve that. So, sustainability development goals, you all know, UNDP has given 17 sustainability development goals, and out of that, clean water and sanitation, affordable housing, and clean energy, and industry, innovation and infrastructure, and sustainable cities, responsible consumption, and climate action. So these are all the things. So engineers, we have to act as innovators, entrepreneurs, designers, project managers, and sustainability champions, and technology leaders, and policy contributors, and national leaders. We are working actually on all these aspects. So more engineers have to work on these aspects. So leadership is the most important aspect for entrepreneurship actually. In fact, I came across one book authored by California structural consultant who gifted me, which says "Forks in the Road." That's the title of the book. And in that he says engineers lack leadership and management skills. We are very focused on technology and work only, and not the leadership and management. We have politicians from doctors, we have politicians from advocates, but reducing the green space, so that is a very important thing we have to incorporate. And rainwater harvesting and conservation, not only harvesting, we have to collect that. As Sir said, it is 4,000 BPM we have, but required is 67 only, but still we don't have water. We have shortage of water. So we have to conserve the water. In fact, we designed projects to collect 15 days of peak rainfall storage in the project. So that is very important conservation. Waste recycling and low carbon construction. IGBC has started registering materials, like material passport it is called. In fact, for every material, we have to create how many cycles it is used and how much recycling it can be done using that material, how much recycled content it has also. So, smart cities, we are seeing this command control for safety of the people, for agriculture, also it is being used. So, smart cities, intelligent transport system, we are seeing a lot of fuel being wasted. In fact, Hyderabad, I did the study on traffic actually. In 2012, the average speed of traffic was 20 kilometers per hour. Whereas by 2016, it has come down to 12 kilometers per hour. You know, the main reason we studied, in fact, I made students do that. The main reason was Uber and Ola. In 4 years, Hyderabad has added 1 lakh vehicles for Uber and Ola. Whereas the other private ownership, individual ownership vehicles, there are 6 lakh vehicles added, but still the contributor to traffic is Uber and Ola. So that is because every vehicle of Uber and Ola will make at least 8 trips actually, whereas individual car will make average of 3 trips. So it has caused, so we have to find solutions for such problems also. And we did the modeling in Google Maps, how we can change the traffic pattern and improve the speed to 20 kilometers per hour. So it is possible to do such projects. In fact, students here can also do for Kakinada. What can be the traffic modeling using Google Maps. So emerging technologies are artificial intelligence and Internet of Things. I gave some examples, but there is a lot of scope for artificial intelligence. Even this, our college student, my friend Ramaro did work on uncertainties modeling using fuzzy logic and neural network, where he predicted, he arrived at the partial safety factors, which we are using as a fixed one, 1.5. So by using artificial intelligence, you can arrive at the actual uncertainty factor, partial safety factor. Cloud computing, and finally, enhance the quality of life is the target of our construction. And artificial intelligence being plumbing. But with the BIM, we get the accurate number of bends reduces also because we do the total 3D modeling of the plumbing, sanitary, electrical also. And construction planning also with BIM LOD 5, we can do the accurate construction planning and optimize the movement of the materials. Material handling is the costliest thing in construction, which you all know. And on-time delivery, so I'll quickly go to that on-time delivery, model construction of 3D modules. That's what we have done a project in Punjab using this 3D modular construction of precast. Hospitals, education institutions, industrial buildings, affordable housing is the major thing. I'll show one of the projects we did with precast and commercial complexes. Main thing is we have to transition from blue collar to white collar jobs. That is technology actually. Earlier, if you see old movies, construction means they used to show thousands of workers moving. Now, if you show construction site, it is all tower cranes and hoists actually. So this is the change we have to bring in, and for that implementation of technology, we need more engineers than more workers actually. In fact, we have done a project. I'll show that project and explain. Next generation materials, the self-healing concrete, flash, bricks, and recycled aggregates. Bamboo composites and low carbon cement and GFRs. So I'll try to quickly. Rooftop solar is picking up very well. Battery storage is battery storage, building integrated photovoltaics. That is making facade also with photovoltaics actually to generate the power. EV charging infrastructure is again fast growing. So circular economy, reduce, reuse, recycle, recover, and regenerate. This is where we start from design for durability to promote resource efficiency finally. So this is the circular economy in construction. Basically, we have to extend the asset life. That is the service life design, which will make it very important. So floods, flood resistant foundation, green roofs, and permeable pavement. Green roofs will reduce the heat gain of the building, and urban forests and the smart drainage systems and disaster resilient structural design is like all. So, what time we have? I'll try to conclude quickly. I'll talk about timely delivery, which business opportunities for engineers is smart city consulting. Lean construction is the major thing actually. We have software for lean construction also, and infrastructure asset management, that is asset management and facility management. Advanced mapping and facility management, that is we digitize the entire infrastructure of cities actually and landscapes. Green finance is available with green building concepts. Future skills are entrepreneurship, leadership, communication, finance management, negotiation. In fact, I have seen some of the enterprises failing because of the bad finance management. So stakeholders are universities, as I mentioned first. That's why I chose this topic to our college. We have foundation to organizing conference actually. So this is that auditorium, and this is the interior of the auditorium. Here our contribution is every element of this project is pre-engineered.
Made by you.
We designed.
In 60 days.
Yeah. And next, in Kakinada only, I did a project for Palmtech industry project, 9 months. Construction started in July, and we completed 6 days ahead of schedule. You can ask me why 6 days is saved. The 6 days was kept for de-snagging and commissioning. Actually, there was no need of any de-snagging. First run itself, we could get the product out. So we saved 6 days. But the project was started in the month of July. We all know July is the peak rainfall, and it so happened that year July had the highest rainfall of 100 years. So what my contribution as engineer was, I have foreseen that rainfall season we are starting the project. So we started with the stormwater drainage first. We created the stormwater drainage, then we started excavation so that there is no flooding in the site. So that's how engineers can contribute to delivery of the project. So this is the project which we completed. And then we have done in Arunachal Pradesh 6 AAPs of 1,000 crore project completed in 30 months. It is no delay in the project, no escalation in the project actually. Whereas in Arunachal Pradesh till then no project was completed in 20 years also. You can ask me, this is the contribution we did by doing the vendor management. I did think the contractors going out of the rules actually, of the department. So that's how, this is the runway. We have done 7 locations like this, so that our defense people can reach the border areas in the shortest time. Whereas it used to take 10 hours for me to travel 150 kilometers there when we were doing the project. So this is the infrastructure that we created. Minus 30 degrees is the temperature here, and we designed the heating system from minus 30 to 20 degrees. These are all the things. And in Bangalore, we did IT tower of 2 million square feet completed in 30 months starting. This is the building which had 20 meters deep excavation, rock cutting. Still we maintain the timely delivery and AP Interim Government Complex, our secretariat now in Velagapudi, which we designed within 13 days. One site is allotted, we floated the tender in 13 days and project completed in 6 months. You can ask me what is your contribution. My contribution was I made the tender technology neutral. That means when you want timely completion, you should not fix the technology. You should leave it to the contractor. At that time, whatever is convenient, he will do. So we have done the technology neutral design build tender. This is the AP Secretariat. This is the night view of the AP Secretariat. And assembly also. We have done the design. Next is the Dell facility. IT building 6 lakh square feet we completed in 6 months. This is of course we did, but there we did the planning to suit the site. You know, normally parking will have 1 floor. Here we did the street level parking considering the ground profile. So that's how we could achieve the timely delivery. So this is the project that is completed. And next Dignity Homes in Telangana, 3 lakh square feet, 3 million square feet completed in 12 months at a cost of 1,285 rupees. Here in the same project, we have used 3 technologies. That means 15 buildings we did with conventional, 8 buildings we did with rigid monolithic construction, that is my one, and 14 buildings we did with precast. So this is the contribution we did and delivered the project. And contractors saved money out of 1,285 rupees also. So this is the, I'm just showing the examples of innovation, what an engineer can do to deliver the projects in the past. And this is the project we delivered in 30 days, VVIP Gallery of E-Racing in Hyderabad. Exactly 30 days we completed. You can ask me how it is possible. Steel procurement time itself takes 3 months normally. So what we did days we have assessed the available steel material with the contractor and designed with that material so that there is no procurement time delay. Next, this is the communication tower retrofitting. About 160 towers we retrofitted in three months actually. While the tower is being used, 60-meter high tower. So we have designed this. We have used the plastic theory and what I learned in the college only. That is, how do you say a particular frame is sway or non-sway? There are 4 symmetries that we have to see. I asked this question only to any engineer. I learned this in this college. That's very, very important. I use that concept here for strengthening the tower. That is making the portal unsymmetrical so that the load transfer happens to the new member. Allow the main member to have plastic beam. So, and next 20-story building in Hyderabad, this is ISP height HD tower, completed in 20 months with a green rating of gold actually. So this we have done, completed in 20 months. So I'll stop here. Most of the subsequent one is a description of what I explained. So I'll not, but I'll run through the slides quickly. So sustainable project, and we have to have roadmap. Everyone has to grow and every institution has to grow, and when we do that only we will be able to achieve this Viksit Bharat with sustainable development goals and governance actually. And so for to actually finalize, I'll come to the conclusion. Sustainable infrastructure is the foundation that we have to, that is the change actually, sustainability. Innovation transforms engineering into national progress. That is what I have shown some examples. I have, as a company, we have handled about 30,000 crores worth of projects in the last 30 years. So average of 1,000 crores is what, and right now we are doing projects worth about 6,000 crores on hand. In Mumbai, Hyderabad, UP and Madhya Pradesh, all the states. Entrepreneurship accelerates inclusive growth, and engineers have the responsibility to lead this transformation. So together we can create a resilient, competitive and sustainable India by 2047. So this is what I wanted to share with you, and I thank Vice Principal Madam Swaruparani, and they're always following up with me for the presentation and all. So when call comes from our college, I cannot say no, because this is where I am born as an engineer. So every opportunity I utilize to share what I learned out of the college, and I have to give it back to the college. So that's what I do. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your inspiring insightful words. Your remarkable journey and contribution to the field of civil engineering continue to inspire young engineers and professional alike. As a token of respect and gratitude, I request Professor Viksit to felicitate Engineer Surya Prakash.
Madam, you can give us a chance to be present there. At least civil engineering faculty. రండి అబ్బయ్య రాజ్ కుమార్ అసిస్టెంట్ గారు మాధవీలతజీ ఉన్నారు సీనియర్
ఓకే సార్ సరే ఇటు కూడా వచ్చాను సార్, ఇటు కూడా వచ్చాను సార్. అబ్బాయి సార్ మేడం కొంచెం క్లోజ్గా వచ్చారా మేడం? అందరూ క్లోజ్గా వచ్చారు. వచ్చారా సార్? ఇటు వచ్చాను సార్. సార్ ప్లీజ్ సార్, స్మైల్ ప్లీజ్. ఓకే రెడీ సార్, స్మైల్ ప్లీజ్. సార్ ప్లీజ్ స్మైల్ ప్లీజ్. థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.